There's been numerous weird and twisted films I have seen in the world of comedy. But there is one film out there that just takes the cake. It's Tom Green's directorial debut feature, which he stars and co-writes, Freddy Got Fingered, which is celebrating its 20th anniversary today. Bad Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. And this time around, I bring to you a review of a former guilty pleasure of mine, Freddy Got Fingered, released by Fox for Regency Enterprises in 2001. It's an experimental surreal comedy film directed by Tom Green in his feature film directorial debut, which he also stars in and co-wrote the script with Derek Harvey. Now, the film focuses on a 28-year-old slacker named Gord Brody, who wishes to become a professional cartoonist. Its plot resembles Green's struggles as a young man trying to get his television series picked up, which would later become The Tom Green Show on MTV. And the title of the film refers to a plot point where, his character falsely accuses his father of sexually abusing his brother, which henceforth is Freddy. Now, I know this was critically dissed and what have you, what many consider as one of the worst films of all time, as the film only made $14 million worldwide, and was nominated for 8 Razzies, where it won 5 of them, as well as a Dallas-Fort Worth Film Critics Association Award for Worst Picture. But the film has, however, created a cult following after its release on home video and has earned some critical reevaluation. Well, I'm going to try not to spoil much this movie, unless you... Well, I'm not going... I was going to say unless you... Nah, I read right there. But anyway... Well, Gordon Brody, or Gord for short, leaves his parents' home in Portland, Oregon, to pursue his lifelong ambition of obtaining a contract for an animated television series. Well, apparently, his parents, played by the late great Rip Torn, most of you know him from various movies, even including Men in Black, and Julie, played by Julie Haggerty of Airplane fame. They give him a car which he drives to LA and starts working at a cheese sandwich factory, which, believe me, once he starts doing that, the craziness really begins. But I gotta tell you, he really gets surprised when he sees the bumper play in front of his car. Says "Number One Son." Yeah, Frey's just like, "What about me, Mom?" And Frey's played by Kaye Thomas, who let me check. Who later on that same year would return as Finch in American Pie 2, which a review of that will be coming up later on this year. Well, Mom says you're number one son too. It's like, well, how come Gordon gets a LeBaron and I don't? Well, that's because they love me more than they love you. It's like, no, they don't. Yeah, I only see one LeBaron, Freddy. I only see what these. Where's your LeBaron? Where's your? It's just crazy. Oh boy. Well, his dad's pretty unhappy that he's finally gone, and because he's been living in their basement for so long. Well, apparently Gord manages to show his drawings to Dave Davidson, the CEO of a major animation studio, but he commends the artwork, but he calls the concepts depicted. He says it sucks. The drawings are pretty good, but the characters are lame. Especially for one character he creates called X-Ray Cat, and got X-ray vision, he can see through wooden doors. That's why he shows up at the beginning. Yeah, I can see through wooden doors. The virus like, no, you're not. He says, yes, I can with my X-ray. Yes, I can. Oh boy. Apparently, disheartened by this, Gord quits his job and returns to Oregon. Oh boy. And then Jim constantly insults him, belittles Gord following his return. Tell him to get a job. Well, apparently, he and his friend Gord and his friend Darren create a wooden half pipe at outside the Brody home. But Darren breaks his leg and all that stuff, and well, Gord manages to impersonate a doctor, deliver a baby in a weird way, and meets attractive nurse Betty, who uses a wheelchair and well has an obsessive penchant for Latino. Where the hairy heck that is. Um, but I think I do know, but I'd rather I don't talk about. And wants to create a rocket-powered wheelchair. Well, apparently he manages to pull one over on his dad and one of you, and he's like dressed up in a suit backwards. He's like, "On the backwoods man, on the backwoods man." So apparently, soon he just gets into more hot water and what have you. Oh boy. And he's trying to be creative, like he's at the keyboard with strings attached to his fingers, and it's like got sausages attached to them. Yeah, and yeah, it's like they're just like, look, our son's just being all, so he can eat sausage, play the keyboard, and eat, draw, and we're on stupid duels. He's like, I'm being creative. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some work to do. It's like, Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Sausage! Oh, boy. Apparently, when they go into family therapy, that's when Gord falsely accuses him of fingering Freddy. Yeah. Like, he takes him down to the boiler or some basement or something and puts his finger in his pants. Like, he touches my little bird. He fingers him. Oh boy, boy, he's just like, you're not dead. You're gonna pay. He's a molester. He's a child molester. He's like, screw like a, I don't know, like a wild animal or something like that. And so apparently, Free gets that way, and well. Oh boy, the rest I'll just let you see if you got the guts and glory to even see this. This I wouldn't quite recommend unless you are a hardcore fan of Tom Green and what have you. Unless you're into warped out pics like this. Like I said, I'm not going to give the rest of the story away, so sorry. But I will tell you things do turn out for the best for Gord and even for his dad in the end. But that's all I'm telling you. I'm not telling you how that goes though. But anyway, the film went on to become a cult classic, as I've already mentioned. Whew, boy. Now, the film did get an R rating following from the MPAA, following requested cuts to tone it down from getting the NC-17, a rating which Green described as like porn with murder. Now, as an extra on the DVD release, which I don't have, Green also included a version of the ending where a small child character gets sliced by the airplane propeller, which we don't get to see. But he actually had edited this to secure a PG rating, as the PG rated cut was actually featured on both DVD and VO cassette, which I have versions, which was just a mere 3 minutes long with a comedic voiceover and all that jazz. End of story. So again, I wouldn't recommend Freddy Got Fingered unless you're into flicks like this. Maybe, yeah, if you're into flicks like this, or if you're a big Tom Green fan. But I'd say don't bother. This film might make you get sick quickly. Maybe it didn't make me get sick though, but well, now you get the point. I hope. But anyway, it does have some pretty good music and what have you. Though I did like that. I especially like in the intro part where Gord's heading to get his new car and we meet his folks and what have you. Skateboarding through his here mall. Yep, real funny. Anyway, so aside from Green and Torn and Haggerty, the rest of the cast includes Marissa Coughlan as Betty. Um, yeah, the wheelchair-bound girlfriend, and I've already mentioned Kaye Thomas as Freddy. Um, Playing Gord's friend Darren is Harland Williams, and playing Dave Davidson is Anthony Michael Hall, who I'm sure a lot of you know who that is from, who was about to be on, or soon be on was about to be or already a big star on TV's The Dead Zone, but he also did some other movies, including Six Pack and The Breakfast Club. Yeah, he was already in those. And you'll also get special appearances from Shaquille O'Neal and even Drew Barrymore, who was Green's then fiance at the time. Well, that's about it. Oh boy. Yep. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. That's Freddy Got Fingered. Have you ever seen this movie? Do you like it or do you hate it? I'll buy it either way, okay? Tell me what you thought about Freddy Got Fingered in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of another guilty pleasure, and that's Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other twisted types of flicks and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Date Movie, which would later get released by Fox for Regency about 5 years later after this. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Not Another Teen Movie, which actually came out the same year. Or if you want more Tom Green, go to the bottom left-hand corner for my review of Road Trip. Or if you want some more of me, go to the bottom right-hand corner, click on the button, subscribe to my channel, and that's that. So thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.